Eti for wakwa baba de Likee TV message and number channel is so hit Addo man subscribe or like share my one pese me betis no be ntejemre ni adaje mo no nsem ni enkofa nsem ni nyina emre mo ni eboroma eti for ni eboromo ebo ya ndc akache nsem be ne firi hoba mse omatoto bia ma ni keti Hammond ye ni nyina ye recent comment ne disrespecter nso de ma cement manufacturers no mse anko yi kura uti papa ni nsem no ne niema ne actions wo take ya eti for esewani nsese ye ka ano dempa ye na emunwam ni entie nsem no ni entie ni nsem bi so okaye akofa we na ba ye ba de ka ho no yenso ye de emu nsem na bebrem
issues which are part of why you called me. Cement Manufacturing Association, I've met with them. So they don't need to be here at this meeting. Actually, if you want it on record, they would not meet with me. They would not. So can they leave, please?
Thank you, Mr. Minister. Before they leave, I want to passionately approach you. Maybe if you understand the point why we invited them, then you would agree.
No, they would have spoken with you. You know their position. You can articulate their position. I'm not listening to anything.
Okay. Respectfully, our manufacturers, our minister has stated clearly that he has already met you, and then you have articulated your issues, and you have also met us and articulated your issues to us. So he thought that he was meeting only the chamber. So that is where we stand. We don't want a situation where the minister will leave, then we didn't have achieved the purpose for which we are meeting. So with all due respect, painfully for me, I would ask that, hold on, my vice make a point.
Good morning, everyone. Honorable, my name is Nano Paraquaf, a bridge Chidomini, and the vice chairman of the chamber. I think calling you for this humble meeting with our partners, which is the cement manufacturers, is because we share common idea, common goal. With all due respect, I will personally, if I may yeah, I'm making a point to the whole floor that them living makes me to appeal that we call this entire meeting off.
From the manufacturers, but I think I see a couple of manufacturers here. What are they doing here? Can they leave the building? I was invited by the chamber of say that again. Construction. Yes. I wasn't invited by the Association of Cement Manufacturers. I was invited by.
Mame enkoye adwuma kakra bi ewo phone no so. Chris Jamfi Buatin. Chris, I think say mama otan number from kakra. Chris Jamfi Buatin. When I started mentioning him for, I mentioned Otumfo's name. Actually say asem say esi Ghana Otumfo ko UK my lectures ewo your friend say a museum. But you see, because of the hate, you did not even take your time to listen. Mama hate number from. Because even when you hate the Otumfo, there is little that you can do. It doesn't also mean say or bro a criticism. So yeah, Santiphone cry criticizing. No. I mentioned he is the first person I even mentioned. Timenya me mama or time number from that. Clear. When the person is wrong, the person is wrong. When the person is right, the person is right. Okay. So, my many are alright, Manuel Sherry. On the ACU, Ghana Chamber of Construction Industries, and Kodim Komoka Krabi. Uncle Akwaba. Pacho Boko there.
I don't know, Bobby.
Yeah, then Yamia say, Uncle. Now, Uncle Cherry, what happened? Yeah, and I know Friday you share video be money trade minister. Trade minister say nkrofo bi nsorin free yemu meeting say what happened at the end is here.
Yeah, mama abunya na mecha otie fo so say yes any nyina ni say you two stand for Minister for Trade, Ghana Standard Authority, and then the other associated industry players for a stakeholder engagement concerning cement manufacturing airline ministry no are presenting for parliament. So see, no, the issue before us is the manufacturing companies, omu complaining say oman consortium so that their input is also not being represented as long as the bill the draft airline is so much concerned. So omu petition the trade minister, Ghana Standard Authority, but nothing came out of it. So they went further to parliament, but still they are not hearing anything positive from that quarters. And the way it was going, we have no choice as industry players to also step in.
Okay.
Because as you know, say a sono how do you call it? The grass. That's and we would like to sit aloof as if nothing is happening, and then before we realize they come and hang it on our neck. So we decided to engage the manufacturers at a forum, which we did. They stated their position and the concerns that they believe should be seen to and be addressed. And then afterwards, we invited the Ministry of Trade and Industry, Ghana Standard Authority, and other 27 stakeholders, including GUTA, AGI, and what have you. So at the meeting, the minister walked in. After the introduction, that was when he was not happy with the presence of the cement manufacturers.
Okay, so hold on, Uncle Cherry. The point is, more inviting basically to discuss cement issues, and yes, sir.
Exactly.
And he accepted so beba meeting, no.
Exactly.
But more notifying and say cement manufacturers association for us will be there.
And one thing say your platform that's PPD, public private dialogue platform.
Yeah.
And it never be saying if you are handling it on this what we normally do is all the collaborators, the stakeholders involved, attach your modin to the invitation letters. And the invitation letter that was set on the Minister for Trade and Industry, all the collaborators list, including that of the cement manufacturers and the cement dealers, were attached.
Okay.
So it's in the known of the ministry.
I see. So which means no, you are aware, say, yes, cement manufacturers, no, so by including the dealers.
Exactly.
Okay, so tell us what happened.
Yeah, what then happened was also walking in. Introduction every year, or say he's unable to sit in a meeting.
For fancy way in term kakra na nyankopon ya doma abatui ebaso na ni nyina yesem no mi no ebaso dwo the rule let peace prevail so Ghana na eguso ebomonkaye na Mr. say yebejemre ne koso abaso dwo the rule no my Ghana so no etimi afa ne tumapa efra
together with the manufacturing company association. So therefore he has been invited by Chamber of Construction Industry. So if anything, we want to deal with Chamber of Construction Industry, not Chamber, how do you call it, Cement Manufacturers Association. So that's what happened. So we were trying to explain to him, but he was not in the position of listening. So therefore, it became, how do you call it, a bit heated among ourselves. We wanted to even call off the program. But upon second thought, we decided that no, we have already know the position and the concerns raised by the manufacturers. So if the minister is insisting that he wouldn't like to have them in the meeting here, and then we know their concern, then let's plead on them for them to give us how do you call it, some few minutes.
Yes, please.
Let's deal with the minister, get his position on some of the areas that we believe we need clarification. Then after that, we'll handle it holistically. So that's what exactly transpired.
And eventually, cement manufacturers for PA.
Exactly. And then now minister no stay.
Wow.
Because automatic no mind say, I that saw on PA. No better a man say on stay. I make you know. And now no better now manufacturers no I make you know. So that was the automatic one. Oh my.
Cherry, tell me, at that particular point, at the end about him as a Ghanaian citizen.
You see, as a citizen, and then as a leader of an organization, what we seek to do is to carry our players along, our stakeholders, especially the key ones, in terms of policy formulation, implementation, say how have you. So as a Ghanaian and as a leader, all that we need to do, first of all, is to ask ourselves a simple question: what are we trying to cure? And the policy, the document we are bringing out, what is it going to do? What are the mandates? How they call it? Enshrined in that particular document. Who is it going to regulate? The people you want to regulate are the people are present, and you are not ready to entertain them. Then, if you face the document, who is going to implement those documents? Those dictates of the enshrined in the document. You see, and sincerely, it wasn't the best. It wasn't sincerely, but we have no choice than to, because we also needed to listen to the minister, the ministry, and then the Ghana Standard Authority, because they are the proponents of this regulation.
Yeah.
So with that, getting them involved, it will be difficult for us to get certain clarity. So upon that, we have no choice than to act upon the request of the minister, which we did, and then I may say it has really served a purpose.
Anyway, but Moka say we no cement manufacturers no say better.
Yeah, you can say we are mobile.
Now, how did they feel?
In fact, initially they wanted to go, but because of the respect they have for us, we tried, talk them down, and then I must say we respect them so much, and then we thank them so much for having that patience and tolerance for us. Because if I were there, I were in their shoes, I would do worse off. You see, because it seems as if their right has been trampled upon, and then they are being treated as if they are nobody. Meanwhile, these are the industry players that we need to actually stabilize the economy. These are the people you need as a private sector, how do you call it, the captain in the private industry. You have the MDs of Gansem, Dangote, CMAF, Supersem, almost all the, you see, the gurus themselves, the MDs. So I don't see the need for the minister to act this way. But the harm has already been caused. I believe he might, after a sober reflection, regret the action that he took because it was in a bad taste.
No, do you think so? Unim Keti Amoye.
Oh, minim nupa.
And do you think, sir, or that sense of remorsefulness?
Oh, as human as we are, no matter what, there is a letter of remorsefulness in everybody. And then there is some support in everybody. And then there is some feelings that we all have. So, no, as human as you are, no matter how wicked you are, after certain actions and then upon sober reflection, definitely your conscience will speak to you. But no, I've done this, but it wasn't the best.
Anyway, it's a very sad situation. So right now, no, with the bill, more than a day, are they going ahead with the bill to pass it, or my updates, Kakra?
Yeah, they see our airline or parliament. if I'm not mistaken, we have within 9 days more to mature. And sincerely, where we are now, we like it or not, either the minister or the president impress upon the minister to go and withdraw. But if nothing of that nature happens, then what we are foreseeing is it will definitely go through. And then afterwards, whatsoever supposed to have been done will be done.
So go through. Na ebe ya law. Mo bad. What are you going to do?
Yeah, no, for instance, as consumers, we don't have so much problem as long as this is concerned. But our concern now is there must be a fair playground. The people you are trying to regulate, give them an opportunity and listen to them. That is all we're asking for. You see, it shouldn't be like a rubber stamp and be pushing certain things through people's throats because they are expatriates, the whole of you. Do not forget, we need them no matter what. In as much as we are trying to protect our local content, we must also not forget that they invested so much matters. You see, so we must be very careful how we treat them.
So,
the same people that go to their how do you call it, their home countries, to their presidents and what have you, keep begging them to come and what have you.
Anyway, so Terry,
listening to them, we are not treating them fairly.
My background education kakra. So what is the bill seeking to cure?
All the bill is seeking to cure, the LI is seeking to cure now is they want to regulate the price mechanism. The pricing mechanism in the cement sector. That is what the ministry is trying to cure. You see, it seems as if you need a proper regulatory regime. Sector, but it's not the cement alone. The higher roads and what have you, almost all the economic sector of the country is break down.
So,
because
which means
we don't have Consumer Protection Act.
So, which means
we don't have Competition Act. We don't have it. So now, if you should go to the market today, you see that it's a free flow. It's a free market.
Yeah.
And you go and buy whatever you want to buy, sell it the way you want to sell it. You see? So if you're dwelling on cement alone, in fact, it's called for certain suspicion. However, that shouldn't be the case for now. The concern must be, do you get the buying of these people? What is their concern? Have you been able to address their concern, carry it along in the regulation? Those are the things we are asking for. They are seeking for. They are not asking for much. You want transparency, which is a good thing. Sincerely, the regulation is something that we must all welcome, but the approach, the methodology that the ministry use is a Rambo style, which is not the best.
Anyway, so which means, say, airline when you go through both indigenous cement manufacturers and expatriates, they will be affected, right?
Everybody, in the value chain, all those in the
for all the master some of the Likee TV comment section notification bell no click so share drop latest be also on some can be the master Akroma.